Yo, Q and Dave Ramsey.
Your age doesn't matter. Your race doesn't matter. Your geographical location doesn't matter. There's a thing that you and I are dealing with in your money, and it's called math. And none of those things I just mentioned give you a pass on math. And where people get themselves in trouble, including when I went broke many years ago because I was stupid, we get ourselves in trouble when we don't bother and do the math before we do the transaction. We're the stupid woman from San Diego who leased her dog for $5,400.
A dumbass.
We make $90,000 a year, and somehow in our brains figure out that our children deserve a $50,000 Honda SUV.
What?
And now we have to take the kids out of private school because we can't pay the payments on the SUV and the private school because we didn't do math. We're 21 years old. We got a $10,000 car, run up $10,000 in credit card debt, and have $10,000 in medical bills, make $30,000 a year. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. Our health care is provided by Medicaid, which is welfare, because we qualify. If I go back to work, we won't qualify for that. And if I go back to work, they'll have to pay for daycare. When you make $30,000 a year, there's nowhere in that plan that the $10,000 car makes sense. There's nowhere in that plan that running up a bunch of credit card debt gives you any room to breathe. You already can't breathe. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids. We have 3 kids. We make $28,000 a year. Should I go back to work, the woman asks. $28,000 income with 3 kids.
All right, good evening, humans, man. I do apologize for the day. Transitioning. There's that word, trying to transition from the weekend back into a work day. I couldn't do it this morning, y'all. So everything got pushed back. I have a quota that I must make on my 24-hour live cycle. And I apologize for that. Listen, man, if you're watching me on any of my platforms, man, share my videos. Individuals got to hear what I got to say. We're going to talk about history tonight. We're going to talk about history. And we're going to talk about history because individuals don't understand and they would like to exempt themselves from history. So allow me. People, I'm 52 years old. At 52 years old, history says that I'm supposed to have titties and a belly. I'm supposed to have an AARP card. I'm supposed to have a cane. I'm supposed to be all fucked up in the game. That's what history says at 52 years old. I'm supposed to be going through and suffering a midlife crisis. That's what history says. I got nothing to do with none of those cliches. I will still fuck you up. I will. I work out every day. I bang the fuck out every day. That's what I do. So we're going to talk about. So I got Deshaun up in this motherfucker. He's a up in this motherfucker. You fucking up in this fucky. You. This tastes like shit. I didn't know I fucked around and brought chocolate protein. God damn. I need it. It's okay. People, getting back to me. I made sure that when I got older, I wasn't associated with no negative stereotypes concerning black men. History was not, and for all you black men out there, history is not on your side when it comes to success. History is not on your side. Top it off, I'm from Newark, New Jersey. So historically, the odds were against me. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate those thumbs up. Honestly, you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you said that big, ugly motherfucker is at it again. Damn, he's ugly. I know I'm ugly, but for an ugly motherfucker, I'm sure he's pretty. I crack myself up. Insatiable, he's in here. I see you. People, let me tell y'all about a time I was I had my dog with me, and I went to go. I had my van. I had just got this van. I had a tow company, and I just got the title for this van in Pennsylvania. I just got the title for this van, and I was coming down here to Virginia. So I went and I got new tires put on it because they was dry rotting. I had this van sitting in my yard for about 4 years, and I finally figured out how to get the title for it. Got the title for it. And I goes to the place, and I have Diamond Dog with me. Y'all remember Diamond Dog, right? I had Diamond Dog with me. So I had Diamond Dog with me, and they was like, we can take care of you now. I was like, I'm going to go take my dog for a walk. So Diamond jumps out the van, and this and all that. And this little boy, the owner's kid, he runs over there, and he's like, oh, that's a pretty dog. What type of dog is that? I said, she's a boxer. The little boy said, you should have got a pit bull. 10-year-old little boy. You should have got a pit bull. I said, why should I have gotten a pit bull? He proceeded to tell me about the pit bull. I said, well, young man, I'm a homeowner. And pit bulls don't have a good reputation. The history of pit bulls is not good. I assure you that if you go to a place and they have breed restrictions, I'm sure the second you say pit, you will not get bull out. They'll hang up on you. And they'll do this because of the history of pit bulls. Needless to say, by the time I got done with this 10-year-old kid, he was like, oh, Daddy, we should get rid of our dog. Insatiable said they're unpredictable. That's just for starters. But when you tell your insurance company, hey, I got a pit bull, your homeowner's insurance goes up, or they'll drop you. Your renter's insurance goes up, and some people won't even take you if you have one. And that is not due. Excuse me. Your dog could be a puppy. So it's got nothing to do with what your dog did. It was just born. The unfortunates of your puppy that was just born. It's born to the pit bull breed. And because it's part of the pit bull breed, the history of these dogs are not good. I have no problem with them. I used to have problems with them until I got me a dog. And now I just love all dogs. You know, I wouldn't get one. But I don't have no problem with them. No, I used to be like, no, Dad, I wouldn't get one. You see one and go walk around, and I just see one, you know. And listen, I can understand the vibe of a dog. A mean dog is not going to walk up to you with his tail wagging. A mean dog is going to be aggressive. You know the story, all right? But we're talking about history tonight. Now, I heard what I said because I was sitting here when I said it. What I said was, I did not want to be part of any negative histories, stereotypes that was associated with black men. I did say that. People, why are you dealing with a woman that is navigating herself through life as if she has no history that she's affiliated with? Sister Ali said women of color have bad attitudes. She didn't say white women have bad attitudes. She didn't say Puerto Rican women have bad attitudes. A lot of Puerto Rican guys that I've talked to over the years, they said Puerto Rican women got attitudes too. Knock it off, Chico. In my bobblehead stance. No, the fuck they don't. People, I live down here in Virginia. And down here in Virginia, individuals would say, hey, you need to get on the other side of the bridge before traffic starts. And after about 3 years of living down here, I had to literally ask my friend, what exactly is the traffic start time? Oh, 3 o'clock. Is that AM or PM? PM. You talking about 3 o'clock PM traffic? You talking about that like them cars? Oh, that's traffic. Oh, is that what they call traffic down here? I'm from New Jersey and used to work in New York. I remember one holiday weekend, I sat on the Manhattan Bridge for about 4 hours. I went probably 5 feet in those 4 hours. Guess why I wasn't moving? Because New York just don't have traffic. New York have traffic jams. I've been down here 8 years. I've never seen a traffic jam, ever. Traffic jams is every day, all day in New York. Well, especially rush hour. So when you ask somebody that knows traffic and the history of traffic in which I know it, you can't tell me that a 6 mile an hour traffic crawl, and you can't tell me that's traffic. Can't. I know better. People, there's history being in the making right now. I'm making history. But the one thing that just will always strike me in the head is individuals that defend negative history because of their affiliation. I'm not defending any negative black men stereotype. I'm not defending it. You just ain't gonna try to pin it on me. It's when you try to pin it on me, it's when I start the company like the League of Dads and the National Fathers League. You see a Tia LaShawn Bradley, A woman and her and I had a child together. Atia LaShawn Bradley said, black men got a history of, and I'm going to sell everybody on the history of. It's got nothing to do with him. But since I beat on him and put him in a hospital and reneged on going to therapy, I got to now put a twist on this. I got to make him look bad. It is easy to make him look bad because of his history. Let me go left for a second. People, I came up with 2 new book titles today. I'll start writing them next month. One of them was Thoughts Have Waste. Thoughts have waste. Meaning you think about something negative, it has waste. People, do you know why your teeth get yellow? The average person think your teeth get yellow because the food makes your teeth yellow. Your teeth don't get yellow because of food. Plaque make your teeth yellow. Plaque is a living organism. And when plaque gets on your teeth, it urinates. So when you see somebody with yellow teeth, that's plaque urinating. That's what where yellow teeth comes from. Go ask your dentist. I know you don't believe me. I only kick facts at 100%. Do you know why a lot of people get sick? It's not the virus that's in their body. You see, every living organism eats, and it eats and goes to the bathroom. So individuals they could have a virus inside of them, and then that virus is producing a lot of waste. So I came up with a book title, Thoughts Have Waste. And the problem with a lot of women that I've dated, they're keeping thoughts in their head because women of color especially don't believe in therapy. So their thoughts stays in their head. The negativity stays in their head. And that negativity produces waste, which makes them crazier and loopier. Thoughts have waste. Then I came up with another book title called called I Didn't Know My Dad. And under it, your mother didn't either. You see, I'm on a crusade. Deshaun said, you coming out with another book? Deshaun, I wrote 11 books. Child support don't do's. I got the book deal on it about 2 months ago. It'll be about another 3 months. That'll be out. And then right after that, Family Court is Family's Graveyard. That's the next book for production. So I thought of a book title today, and the name of the book is going to be I Didn't Know My Dad in big words. And right up under it in little words, your mother didn't either. You see, I'm on a crusade. And my crusade and my mission is to help the world understand women are fuck-ups. They just got ways of hiding it. I got this thought because I was listening to Everything's Gonna Be All Right by Naughty by Nature. And Tret said, I never knew my dad, motherfuck the fag. And I said, wow, how could you call your daddy a fag? That means your mother's a homo. I'm laughing at something else. That means your mother's a fucking homo. Yeah, that means your mother fuck faggots. You're a faggot bastard. You're a faggot bastard. That's what that means. I never knew my dad. Motherfuck the fag. And your mother didn't either. You see, there's a lot of women out here having babies, taking a skeet, taking a Section 8 sauce. Oh, Section 8 sauce taking ass hoes. There's a lot of individuals out there that's mad at their daddy. Don't be mad at your daddy. Especially if your mother and your father didn't even live together. Are you fucking serious? You are mad at the dude that used to come over and bang your mama. He gave your mom a nut. Your mom didn't lay the foundation of your father because your mother didn't lay the foundation of your father. So we're going to put that in a book because I'm tired of men catching a bad rap for these nut takers. You don't want to sit back in the cut and just blame shit on men. Oh, the man ain't no good. Of course he ain't. Of course he ain't. You sat back there and took a nut, you nut taker. You fucking nut taker. I'm laughing at something else. So I came up with those two titles today, and we're going to get those in the making. People, when I leave this earth, the world is going to stop and say, that dude was the Black Da Vinci. Oh, dear mine. That's what they're going to call me, the Black Da Vinci. So that dude, the things that dude used to come. You read that? You did that book? Yeah, man, it's a good book. That's what they're going to say. I want to be clear. And I mean crystal clear. Deshaun said, I was never mad at somebody I never knew, including my father. People, I'm going to just tell y'all what my mom said. My mom said, your uncles and your aunts and uncles and I, we all got different daddies. And I didn't want y'all to go through that. I did not want one of y'all dad to come pick y'all up and then one of y'all get mad. I did not want y'all to ever feel that way. So I laid down, put my ass up in the air for your dad. My mom said, I put my ass up in the air. Took your daddy's nut. She said, I took your daddy's nut. And then she said, I need 3 more nuts. What are you going to do? All right. So you got individuals. This is why they have a hidden code. A lot of women out there, they have this code that mama does no wrong, and I hate my daddy, so they hate you. I don't know my daddy, so I have no idea. Yeah. Listen, there was a saying, never fuck with a chick that don't know her father. People, we have given individuals too much to. It's pathetic. I'm getting off. I'm sorry. But I'm talking about history tonight. People, you know the one thing that amazes me about a woman? When she sit down there and have an attitude, knowing the history of attitudes that women have. When she sit down there and say, I'm going to date a booty out nigga, knowing the history that the booty out nigga have. Individual has been to jail. You don't know if that nigga was taking a rod up the ass. You didn't know he was fucking other dudes. You have no idea. It's just because individuals that go to prison got a history of fucking men. Right? There's that word history again. But individuals, they seem to engage into negative stereotypes and negative histories, but don't seem to want no part of it when you call them on it. This is why the individual that I just got out of a relationship with, this is why she didn't like me. She thought she was doing something good by loving a motherfucker that was in jail. And then trying to hook up with me and telling me, I don't know my place as a woman, as a black woman. Well, you're supposed to help you and your. I guess that's why me and her couldn't build nothing. You know, she's so used to building with no good niggas. When I had all these great ideas, it was like pulling teeth. You know, so where was I? Where was I? I'm sorry. Getting sidetracked. People, let me reiterate something that I said earlier. I am affiliated with no negative stereotypes with black men. I'm not. But when you deal with somebody and they got 3 of the top 5 negative things about black women, they're negative, they have attitudes, and they just don't want to have anything to do with accountability. Black women have a history of not wanting to have anything to do with accountability. As a matter of fact, Kevin Samuels just said the other night, accountability is their kryptonite. Didn't he? He said that's their kryptonite. And then you're going to turn around and do the same thing. That is one of the number one issues that men have with, and they do it. I can't understand that. I swear to you. People, I'm going to go left for a second. I'm going to go left for a second. Am I hurt about my relationship? Not as much as I am disappointed. It's probably 90% disappointment, 10% hurt. And I'm disappointed in the fact because when you show somebody you're nothing to do with what they had in the past, I think all the nicknames and I love yous and all that. I think when you give a woman a nickname, when you say you love them, I believe that it just shuts off anything of I can do no wrong. But there's a disappointment with me. And I will tell you guys today, which is the 27th of July, 2021, as I would always tell y'all, men, there's a high level of disappointment with us more than there is anything. We're just disappointed. And disappointment, it's not like you cannot say I'm sorry when you disappoint somebody. You know why? Because disappointment is an ironclad perspective that you are not what the man thought you were. You're not. You gave that individual ample evidence. You are not. You are not. So sorries really don't affect men like it booty out niggas. I got Ruben up in this mug. He said, damn, Chris, keep talking that shit, you dookie mouth motherfucker. Damn, Ruben. Shit, he called me a dookie mouth. What'd I do to him? Oh, dear my. I think the problem, like I said, individuals, they should come on my shit with a pen and pad, except they come over here with attitude and get mad. It rhymes. You would think that individuals would be like, thank you for giving me the scope on what not to do. Nope. Remember when I told y'all Attila LaShawn Bradley showed me the dumb scope of women? Brick wall, 10 feet ahead. And they speed up instead of slow down. I am always being shown that. I mean, if anything, I need to meet the next one and say, how dumb are you going to be? What dumb shit you going to show me? And I want to be clear. They're not like this with anything else. They're not like this when they're driving in their car. They're not like this when they're talking to their boss. They're not like this when they go to the store and order something. They're not like this with nothing or anyone else. They're not. Only their man. Individual was trying to show me, I'm turning the other cheek. No, what you showed me was you're going to fuck with me for no reason at all. And the individual you should be fucking with, you're not going to be woman enough. You're going to be a little fucking kid and handle your business like a little fucking kid. That was the final straw. Goodbye. Ain't no coming back from that. They will. And the funny thing is, I don't know how many times I said this shit. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Oh, I'm back. So disappointed. Oh, man. I think my next girlfriend gonna be a crackhead. At least I know what the fuck I'm getting. I'm laughing at something else. Oh, shit. Burial said, Deshaun said, problem is women are too overly protected by the system, so they get away with the wrongs that they do. Mm-hmm. I just think that too many, in addition to that, Too many individuals told them they look good. Too many. When you're correcting a woman, when you're chastising a woman, you think she's listening to you. But what she is doing in her head is saying, that ain't what the nigga said when I was walking to the store. That ain't what that nigga said. They just countering in their head, right when you telling them. I don't like when you do this, and right when they say that. Yo, when I wore that thing, this nigga loved my big ass. Oh, no. That's why you cannot get through. They find a safe thought and tune you the fuck out. That's why they don't listen to you. Like I said, if they don't love you, if they don't listen to you, they don't love you. I posted a video over on Red Pill Fab today, and I told a story about my daughter. My daughter was like 3 months old, and she's in the crib, and I'm playing with my daughter. I'm playing with her, and I got both of her hands, and I'm rubbing my thumbs in her hands. I'm like, da 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 da, and then she said, ah! And me and Natia, we was like, oh shit. That was her saying, get the fuck off me. People, I listened. I listened. When you don't listen to a man, that is disrespect. They don't think it is. They so used to dealing with booty out niggas, etc. But when you don't listen to a man, that is just blatant disrespect. Like a daughter not listening to her father. Say your ass in this room, you ain't going out with that fucking bum. She go out the window. That's blatant disrespect. You think, like I said, you think an individual will listen to me and learn something. I got Frog up in this bitch. He's up in this bitcher. Blatant disrespect. I'm not asking nothing of a woman of color anymore. I will expect them to love you for a week or so and then be on some bullshit. That's what I expect of black women. I ain't letting none of them. I ain't letting not one of them come before me and tell me, no, I'm different. No, I'm different. You're just. Your history tells me you are the same. That's what your history tells me. Can no woman I've dated said Chris is exactly like some dude I dated in my past? Not one. That's why every woman I've ever dated wants me back, except one. And that one was in the army, and she hadn't gotten a divorce yet, and I understood and got her pregnant. We got an abortion, and I understood. What's going on, Maxwell? I understood. I'm going to tell y'all about I went and picked up a girl today. And this is just the essence of how dumb they are. She kisses and hugs them. She got an ass this big. She couldn't even get all that ass in my car. No waist. Beautiful. Looked like she was about 22 years old. Dude in the window, in the door, big, fat, sloppy motherfucker. And I'm saying to myself, she gets in my car, and what does she do? She gets in my car and she has an attitude with me. Like, nigga, I got all this ass. Nigga, don't be trying to talk to me. I got all this fucking ass. I know I got all this ass. Don't be trying to talk to her, bitch. I got all this ass. And I'm saying to myself, yup. But you just, right before she got to the car, she was like, I love you. She just wanted to let me know, no, I got a man. This is, people, everything means something. Don't think that, that's just a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence with these dummies. I mean, these women. Nothing is a coincidence. She gets in the car. She's sitting sideways like, I got to keep my eye on you. And I'm saying to myself, you would say you love a motherfucker that's fat, sloppy, and nasty and putting you in an Uber because he ain't got no car. And if anything, you're paying for the Uber because this is your account. You would. But you see, when I talk about the quality of dumb chicks like that, because like I said, Let me say it again. If you ain't praising me, you're going to get the fuck on. You're not even allowed to get fucking attitude with me. You're not allowed. If so, take your ass back out on the market and go fuck with a jiggy nigga that's going to have you pulling your hair out. I ain't letting no woman get a fucking attitude with me. It's not allowed. And I say that shit from the beginning, but I ain't like that. 2-3 weeks later, you act like I'm like that all the time. In the beginning, you said you wasn't like that at all. Ain't nobody allowed to get a fucking attitude with me. If so, take your ass back out on the market. I don't give a fuck if I love you to death. I will cut my fucking losses and move on. All right? That's the last chick. Nobody is in with me. Nobody will ever be in with me. Oh, now I could. No, the fuck you can't. Because I'm getting you would never believe this shit. You would never believe this. Because I won't do it to you neither. Oh, shit. Yeah, that goes both ways. Yeah, I'm not going to get an attitude with you neither. Yeah. How about that? I'm going to treat you with some fucking respect. How about that? How about that? You big fucking dummy. Talking about history today, y'all. History. History is being made as we speak. People, history says that when you break up with a woman, she's going to take you down for child support. History says now when you break up with a woman, they not even interested in trying to work things out. This is what history is saying. Like I say, history is being rewritten. History says if she got a big ass, they say never trust a big butt and a smile. The girl is poison. What I've learned about chicks with big asses is they're the worst. They're the fucking worst. The absolute fucking worst. You think there's some beauty in them? They are the fucking worst. Never trust the big butt and a smile. If they got a big ass, they got 50 million niggas that want them, and they think they high-class chicks on the market. Get the fuck back on. Just go on. History tells us that Pitbulls are mean. That's what history tells us. History. History tells us that a man 23 and younger or 25 and younger black man has a greater chance of being locked up. That's what history tells us. History tells us that if you're from a minority neighborhood, you got a greater chance of living in poverty. That's what history tells us. History. History. Ruben says, she thick though, Chris. Yeah. Just fuck him and leave him. I ain't saying stay with him. They ain't worth shit. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to end it with this. I was watching one of those house builder shows where they motherfuckers hit the lottery and was getting a house built. And the lady was a little dwarf. She had a little funny voice. She was a little dwarf. Had a big ring on, had a normal size husband and everything. I'm like, how that little dwarf chick get a husband? And y'all be running around here and see women that can't. Well, how did that little dwarf get a husband? You know how she got a husband? You know how? Of course, that dwarf chick, she's still in touch with her feminine side. She's still in touch with her feminine side. People don't deal with individuals that has negative history, associate themselves with negative history. Don't deal with them. Don't accept if you don't. See y'all here tomorrow at 5. Later, y'all.